Hi, I'm Yulia. Welcome to remote stretch class and hey from Denmark. Today our class is all about hips mobility. These exercises are super good for you if you sit a lot during the day and you feel like you need to stretch a little bit. Why opening hips is so important? Why it's so important to have this mobility? Imagine that by nature our hip was created to move in all directions. But by working, sitting a lot, walking, we move it usually only in one direction. So that's why sometimes we have lower back pain, sometimes it becomes challenging, to tie our shoelaces, right? So I'm going to show you some really simple and good exercises to open our hips. For this class, we need only yoga mat. And we're going to start laying, and actually we will do a small test just to check your hips mobility. So just lay on the ground, straight legs, straight arms, and lift your right leg up and try to keep it 90 degrees without bending your knee. If this becomes very challenging, it means you need to invest some time to work on your hips opening, okay? So have it in mind that you need to start doing this. Now bend your knee and bring it closer to your chest, pull it. Your breathing is happening through the nose, inhale and exhale. So hug your knee and try to bring it a little bit out of your ribs. So it becomes a little bit more challenging maybe. Just go as it feels comfortable and imagine that you want to bring this knee closer to the ground. So it's like you're trying to reach the floor. Your knee is dreaming to reach the floor. So, very good. Now release and let's change. Let's go the same test with the left leg. So try to keep it 90 degrees without bending your knee. So perhaps it works the same as another one, but it's just fun to check. Now bend your knee and bring your knee closer to your chest. First of all, straight. You can hug it with both hands or just one. Calming breathing. And try to bring your knee a little bit out of your ribs. So it's like it's trying to reach the ground. So continue kind of pressing or hugging your knee. Okay, very good. Now release. Bring your both knees to your chest and hug your knees a little bit. Let's give a little bit love to ourselves. Very good. And now let's go up and we will come to a tabletop pose. And this exercise is all about hips mobility. It's about all this amplitude that we were talking about before. So palms under your shoulders and bring your left knee to the center and lift your right knee up, but your both hips should be in the same line. So right one is not going any higher, okay? We need to keep this. So perhaps you can't lift your knee too high and that's completely fine. So from here we're gonna do circles. So one big circle, like all possible amplitude. That's 2 and 3. Try to rotate it in all possible directions. And 4 and 5. And now we change the direction. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Very good. Now stretch your leg to the side and variation number 1, you just go to a child pose and you lay here. Or what I like to do is to add some extra mobility. So I can maybe go back and forth. So if you're doing this exercise first, it might be a little bit challenging. Or what I also like to do is going a little bit left to right. So moving a little bit and increasing rotation in that hips. So just do something that makes your body feel comfortable and nice. Or just stay still and breathe deeply, because imagine that we creating this room, this space, and that's why we really want to send oxygen there with all this good stuff. So now let's come back to a tabletop, and now we bring right knee to the center, and we lift left knee, and we're going to do the same circles as we did before. So big amplitude always. 1 and 2. Don't lift your hip too high, okay? That's 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Opposite direction, same leg. 1 and 2. At the same time, pull your belly button in for strong core. 3, 4 and 5. And now stretch your leg. Okay, I have no space, so I'm gonna do it like this. And go to, like, sit on your heels, your heel, and either a child pose, relaxing, or as I said, you can move a little bit back and forth or left to right. I always like to add some mobility so we can stretch and open more. It's always good. Breathe deeply. Okay, very good. And from here, let's come back to a tabletop. Lift your knees, push back, and we're going to a down dog. This exercise is really good for your hamstrings to make those leg muscles a little bit longer, and it's very good for spine as well. So let's make it right. Push the ground away with your palms, shoulders close to your ears, your chest is trying to reach your toes, long spine, tailbone is pointing up, and maybe it's necessary to bend your knees a little bit. That's completely fine. If we want to make it a little bit more challenging, try to paddle in your feet. So it's like bending one knee and straightening another one at the time. This exercise is really good for so many things. I would say I can start my day without right down dog first. So paddle your feet a little bit, breathe. Okay, very good. And now come back to neutral here. With inhale, lift your left foot up, reaching up, try to keep it straight. And exhale, knee to your chest through the plank and step to the side. So hands in and your foot is out. And ideally it should be in the same line, so if it's a little bit before, just help yourself a little. And from here, this is lizard, one of my favorite hips stretches. So keep your back knee straight, but at the same time sink your bottom. Proud chest, squeeze your shoulder blades, so we make sure you don't round your spine, we don't want that. And from here, let's do circles. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. And opposite direction. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Very good. Now drop your back knee on the ground so it becomes a little bit more helpful and easy. And with your left hand, try to push your knee a little bit out as it goes. It should be something comfortable, right? Continue breathing with all these openings. We really want to send oxygen there. Very good. And bring your palms back on the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and send your front foot back. And through the plank, we're going back to down dog. Again, paddle your feet a little bit. So we open those hamstrings as well. And let's come back to neutral down dog. And from here, inhale, lift your right foot up. Try to keep your hips in the same line. Try to keep your knees straight. And exhale, knee to your chest through the plank and step to the side. So again, your foot is outside. Hands in, foot outside. So from here, lizard pose. Back knee straight, proud chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades a little bit and sink your bottom. And we're doing circles. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Opposite direction. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. Very good. Drop your back knee on the ground. So we rest a little bit, and as we did before, try to push your knee a little bit out. So it becomes also very nice, you know, like yummy stretch. Breathe deeply. And exhale. Come back. Palms on the ground. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Send your front foot back. And we're coming back to down dog. Paddle your feet a little bit. And from here, we're gonna jump or step in front with the wide feet. So imagine it's like a frog jump or walk. So bend your knees, look forward, jump or just step wide as a frog. And we came to Malasana. So drop your bottom down. You might be on tippy toes or heels. If it's too challenging, you can roll your yoga mat and just have it, have your heels on it. It will lift a little bit and it becomes a little bit higher. Now, palms together to your heart center, and from here, try to open your knees with your elbows. At the same time, try to lift your chest higher, open your chest. This one is a little bit challenging, but it's so good for hips. It's challenging maybe if you do it for the first time, but I promise it's getting better, because more you work on it, you increase this mobility, it becomes easier. What I like to do here is also moving a little bit. So either like left to right, or maybe moving knee like back and forth also a little bit. But no matter what, always keep your spine straight, lifting up. Breathe, get your oxygen. Very good. Now bring your palms on the ground, and from here lift your bottom up and just stay here and relax a bit. It should feel really good. Your palms might be on the ground or on the air as it feels good for you. Now open your feet a little bit wider, keep them parallel, and from here, without losing balance, try not to please, so bring your hands back, cross your fingers, so make this fist, and from here, try to bend right knee and lowering down, and then go to the left one, also lowering down. So this one is active stretching. It's really good when we want to build some strength as well. So lowering to the left one, but please don't fall, and to the right one, and left one, and right one. Every time try to go a little bit lower. If you feel that you want to open your feet a little bit, just please feel free to do that. I also like to bring my heels a little bit in, so it becomes a little bit easier, but it depends on you, what feels comfortable for you. Okay, slowly release your hands, bring them on the ground, and bring your feet together, and we're gonna sit down here. I call this one butterfly. It's another good stretch for hips. So bring your feet together, so they're like together, and bring them as maximum as you can to your pelvis, so we can have that long, nice spine here, because if we round, we actually lose that focus what we want to have. So heels closer, lifting up, and from here I like to fly a little bit, also moving a little or just stay still as it feels comfortable for you. Breathe, relax, and this is it. So release find yourself in comfortable seat. I hope you like this class. Come back to it whenever you feel that you need to stretch a little bit your hips to have this nice opening, and also it just helps so much to prevent lower back pain as well. So share this class with your friends or colleagues and see you soon. Bye bye.